Roy couldn't believe what was happening. It wasn't until the mother pigeon came up and showed her love that he realized the truth. He asked Jack to give him the antidote, but Jack told him it was the perfect mode of invisibility. No one can find out who he is, not to mention that Jack hadn't even developed the antidote. When Roy heard this, he stormed out of the house. He was going to catch his imposter on his own. He wanted nothing more to do with Jack. He tried to drive as a matter of habit. He had forgotten that he had become a pigeon, but he couldn't get in at all. That's when Jack followed him, took out his mobile arsenal. Jack wanted to join Roy's operation. Roy thought he had to rely on this freak to help him regain his human form. He had no choice but to agree. As soon as the words were out of his mouth, agents from headquarters arrived. Jack's house was torn down in a matter of minutes. Roy activated his autopilot and made his escape. Then he activates his weapons and prepares to hold off his pursuers, but Jack doesn't agree. As the two argue, the car keeps changing modes. As a result, it's a good thing you can still drive manually. Roy had turned into a pigeon, but with a bit of haphazard maneuvering. They escaped the chase by mistake. They were then redirected to Mexico by plane, but as soon as they got off the plane, they met the enemy. It was then that Roy realized the advantages of pigeons. He's also going like crazy in front of the bad guys. No one paid any attention to him. Then Roy was about to steal the room card. Jack volunteered to help, but Roy declined. He didn't want to risk taking this freak with him, but he hadn't gone 2 steps when he came across a flock of pigeons. Not only did they understand him, they offered to be Roy's buddies. Roy doesn't care and walks alone to the front. A pigeon follows his example. He was